Hello everyone, welcome back to the channels. Today we are here then for round number 2 of the alternate Sunday League series here with season number 7, as today we're going to be racing at Hungaroring. As we saw then Emerson Gomez winning the opening round just like he did in the previous season. We could see him then leading the way in the championship. Then it is Kivimaki who had an amazing recovery from P12 up into second place, then with Sven Halbert completing the podium. Then Sebastian Muller, who had a very frustrating racing. The strategy was definitely not the best. Takes only P4. Then we got Bulatov then with an amazing start, which was actually very surprising from this team. But yeah, that was definitely an amazing performance after starting the race in P4. Then Leon, who started on pole, ended up in P6. Then we got Roman Grenier with his first race for Lynx Racing in P7. As then we see here, Dave Gibson started third, could only finish P8, and right behind him is going to be his teammate Sara Garcia, who made her debut and got a nice P9 after starting in P19, so that was also an amazing recovery drive. Also with a nice recovery drive was Miklos Ferrezo, only to P10 and an increase of 5 positions, so a little bit of a struggling start here for the Hungarian driver. There's also the fact that Victor Lewis did not have the best of starts either, as he's only in P12. As then we have a look into the constructors. It is LSA then back on top with 40 points, then there is SCP taking second place, being just 3 points behind, and a little bit of a distance. We got Nordic Thunder with FCR just 1 point apart from each other. Then it is Flowforce in P5, followed in by Russo British Racing in P6. Then you got Lynx Racing with P7, followed by Rapid Racing Team. And then you got Black Blizzard with 5 points, and then Vigo with a single point. Alright then, here we go. This is in the start of qualifying. 5 minutes here as usual. And let's see who's going to be up there at the end of this qualifying session. As we see then here, we got Halberg then with the lead. And let's see, can he take provisional pole or not? And it is, but not for long. We see Gomez then beating him by 200. Then it is Kivimaki, and then Grenier in P4, followed in by Garcia in P5. And then we got her compatriot Leon Muller is on P8. As we see then the English driver Maxwell looking to improve on his side. Then we got also Jacob Zietek, and he improves there. And then we got I think Zietek or Suarez actually in P7, as Maxwell goes up into P10, and then Zietek did not really improve, I think, yeah, because he's down in P19. Sven Halberg currently at the front. He's now in second place. Can he beat Emerson Gomez Lapa? He definitely can. He's absolutely destroyed it though. And then we see his teammate now in second place, but not for long. We see Victor Lewis having a huge improvement into second place there. So he's going to be splitting the SCPs. Then you got the freeway tie for P4. We got Gomez, Gibson and Suarez. Muller is still down in P11. And as we see now, quite a lot of drivers going into the pits right now. And oh boy, I'm not totally sure if there's going to be any time for the others to try again. You see them pitting. But I think the next lap will be the last one. You got Frederiksen and Suarez leading this pack, who can still improve. As we see now, Suarez can improve. No, I think at the front no one seems to have put themselves up there. So no big shock. I say this was a very anticlimactic final lap. And so let's then have a look into the starting grid. So as we then have a look into this starting grid, it is Sven Halberg taking pole position. So once again, pole position will go to Scuderia Percar, but now it is with a different driver. Then we got Victor Lewis splitting the SCPs with Leon, then starting third. Then you got Renato Suarez, who managed to take P4, although tied with Gomez and Gibson. And then you got another tie with Frederiksen and Kivimaki for P7. And then we see Grenier and Garcia then closing the top 10. Then we got two Ribeiro starting ahead of the 6-time world champion Sebastian Muller with a very disappointing qualifying only in P12. Then we see Maxwell starting in P13 with However Mullen then in P14. And then we see here Bulatov in P15 followed by Zietek. Then we got Miklos Florenzi, who mind you, he's doing his home Grand Prix and he's not gonna He's gonna have a lot of work to do here in this race. Let's see if he can still make his own fans happy. As then we see both Fios, Godfrey and Silvio, but then Novak running up the grid here today. So let's then get ourselves into the race here at Hungaroring, 45 laps around this circuit. Alright, here we go then, and it's go in Hungaroring as the lights go out, as we see Sven Halberg already closing the door on the Canadian here as he keeps the lead of the race, and it is Leon with Suarez there. So far no changes, but we might start to see those here as we got then. Oh, Fredrickson with the massive penalty there is going to lose a lot of positions. We see Muller once again starting on the hard tires, trying to still gain some positions here, but he has not gained that many. I think only past Fredrickson who got that penalty. And then we see here Maxwell with Ferenzi then gaining a few positions now, up into pit 10. What an amazing start there for the Hungarian. As the fans are roaring here. And then we got then a 1-2 for SCP. It is Halberg leading the way from Leon. And then we got Suarez then looking for the move, and he takes second place there. Having definitely a much better start this time around. Then we got Gomez. He also started on the hard tires. He's in P5. Then we got Ribeiro also. He did gain positions while starting on the hard tires. So maybe the hards are a lot better in this track compared to the previous one, where it was just impossible to have any pace around Spa. As we see then how Suarez challenging for the race lead against Halberg there, but couldn't make the move. Ulatov, he actually did not start it last. I think he improved on the final lap, as he was in last for a long time during the qualifying session. You see Garcia now having a bit of a backward direction compared to the previous race. But still, of course, it's very early on in this race. We also have Muller, still yet to improve here. He's down in P13 right now. And yet things just not looking great for him. That is for sure. He's stuck behind this huge pileup of cars. As right at the front we see Halberg then in the lead with Suarez right now. Then you got Leon and Luis now just trying to make a move up inside there. Back at the front though, we see this group, these freeway battles are starting to get very compact. As we got Leon just trying to maybe find a way past the Argentinian, which he can't right now. We see Suarez just staying ahead. As now we got then Suarez finally tried to make a move to the race lead, but Halberg is able to defend that one. But for how long can he do that? As we see here Suarez, Halberg will take a penalty, and that will cost him 2 positions then. As all starts happening, we got Gomez also with the penalty, you know, that will screw up his momentum. And then we see the home hero right behind him, right behind him. Right now he's in P6. Ferenzi. Gomez now will try to overtake Lewis up the inside. I caught him sleeping. I think Lewis is starting to struggle on those mediums. And then we see Ferenzi now also trying to find a way past him. Can he do it or not as they go side by side? Ferenzi seems to have the pace now coming into the third turn, but Lewis will take a penalty. Now, Kivimaki doesn't appear that much in the broadcasts. Now, putting himself up there in P6. And yeah, Lewis is starting to lose some pace. Then we got Ziatek. There so far I haven't seen anyone pitting, but we might start to see that soon. But maybe not on this lap just yet. Maybe on the next one we should see, as we are already on lap 11. And now we see then Gomez taking second place. Nice move here. We see then Halberg trying to get away now. We got then Kivimaki, the first driver then to pit in this race. And yeah, so Muller will start to gain some positions. Halberg still in the lead and still not pitting. Looks like they decided to call Leon first. And we got Luis now just trying to overtake Suarez in, and now there he goes, using that advantage on the traction there. And we also see Muller now up to P8 with the drivers going into the pits. As we see, he goes around the outside of Gibson, and that was a very nice move. I don't think the Scottish driver was expecting that. He could have been much further behind to the leaders, but to be honest, he could also have been a lot closer. But I guess that's by starting on hard tires. He just couldn't really gain any positions. So yeah, now this is what he wants, is the cleaner, I would say. Just like what FCR did in Spa. We see him behind the Lynx driver now. Can Muller then go up the inside? Yes, he can. But it is still going wheel to wheel into the final turn. Ribeiro goes defensive there. But Muller is resilient. And through he goes into third place. We see, oh, he goes way too off there. Gets a little bit slowed down by the runoff. I don't know why that's gonna cost him some time. As you see him now going around the outside, and now I think he should be able to stick with the position. But yes, so we got the drivers in who have pitted and were at the front now making their progress. Right now we got Hallberg then in P10. Right behind Silvio and Frederiksen, then Bulatov as well. And Kivimaki is not that far away. But yeah, Kivimaki was one of the early pitters. As we've seen Boto going into the pits, we got then a bit of a freeway battle there. I think Frederiksen, Silvio and Hallberg now gets past both of them. Then we got Kivimaki now also trying to find a way past the Black Lizard, and he goes around the outside. I think the Romanian driver seems to be doing a solid job, but I'm pretty sure as soon as he pitches that he's going to be probably even in last place. I think that's possible. Although Godfrey and Grenier have not pitted yet, and they are behind him. So yeah, as we see, looks like Lewis will make his pit stop then. He goes into down into P11. Alright, so we see here then Lewis trying to overtake Frederiksen as they go then side by side. Frederiksen still yet to pit Lewis on very fresh tires right now. Can he get past the Black Lizard? He goes into the inside line, and through he goes, I think, into P9. As yeah, Frederiksen really does not have the tires to fight back. Someone in the pista, that is Muller then. So he finally decides to pit. Let's see if extending the stint was the best, as we see him now coming out in P12. So that was around where he was, I think, before the drivers started to go into the pit. So he didn't exactly lost all that much, and now he can gain a lot of this time back. But now he's going. He's under pressure here from Garcia. As we see here, she's having a go at the 6 times world champion. Although her tires are starting to get pretty old, while Muller is just trying to fire up his tires right now. Is at the front, I'm seeing now a freeway battle. It is Vermeulen versus the anti-H's. We got Kivimaki and Suarez trying to get past the Dutchman, who's still yet to pit. He's currently in P4. Then Gomez also will do his pit stop now. As he also started on hard tires, now he's going to go into the mediums. And then we see here Ribeiro as well. So Albert will then get himself back into the race lead. As we see him now, the Brazilian then ended up in third place. But at the front though, we see here Suarez battling Gomez for second place, or at least trying to keep the Brazilian behind. Maybe try to help his teammates, who obviously might not be able to do much, to be honest, as yeah, his tires are just not there right now. As we see then Gomez just completely dispatching the Argentinian. And now we see then Kivimaki overtaking his teammate then into third place, as we see also struggling. But yeah, they do have the track position, but just not the tires. So Gomez has got himself released then in second place, but now he has a bit of a gap now to try and catch Hallberg. He'll be leading the way, but he's definitely going to be losing some of that gap before he pits. So that's the main thing here. We see right now Suarez then going into the pits. Now Muller in P8. Leon now goes for an overtake on Ferenzi. That's Ferenzi now, very smart move there to make a nice little switch back. Yeah, we didn't see the German right behind, but Leon just trying to get past the LSA again. As we now see then Halberg then pitting for the second time. With 20 laps to go, he goes for the soft tires again, so he's 100% going for the free stopper. He's going to be down in P8, it's going to be just ahead of Ribeiro. We see Halberg now trying to get past Zietek, he goes then around the outside. Yeah, now he gets the move done. Also doing a good race, and now we see here Muller now starting to make this strategy work just a little bit better. Because yeah, Leon's and Ferenzi's tires are not looking all that great. But as you see here, Muller now he gets pushed by Leon, which will screw up his momentum. But now he gets the move done on his ex-teammate. Oh, we got then Halberg now trying to overtake Leon. You definitely need to swap positions now. As you can see then, so Halberg is right behind Muller. Or at least not that far away from him, although he definitely needs to make this overtake as he tries. Maybe take two of them at the same time, and that's exactly what he does. Then on the with a good corner exit there, looks like Suarez and is looking to get past Ribeiro. You see the liveries are actually very similar, and sometimes on the broadcast it's really difficult to tell them apart, as we see now Suarez is trying to overtake the Portuguese driver there. It's not possible. We also got Halberg trying to get past Muller, but he's gonna have to stay behind for now. Suarez is trying to make that move work. Halberg is also, I think we need to watch this one more, as we see just losing time here. Because now I think Suarez, he goes for a move around the outside there. As he goes then up into P6. And now we got Halberg then making the move on Muller. And now there goes Leon. Try to overtake Ferenzi then as he goes. Oh, Ferenzi still managed to defend. I think they've both made their final pit stops. Bugatov will have to pit again here. This is the thing though, everyone seems to be very close to each other. As we see, looks like Halberg is trying to catch Halberg here. We see Lewis just going very slowly, and now that opens up the space then for Halberg to make an easy overtake. Now Muller goes into the pits for the last time. So they're going to be changing then to the soft tires. 10 laps to go. So this is, he's going into the end then. And it's going to be ending up in P9. Whereas we see now Leon, we just managed to get past him in the end. We see also Halberg then. Ooh, Lewis is gonna stay out. Oh, no, maybe he can still pit on the next lap. But yeah, I wonder if that's really gonna be beneficial for FCR. As we see, looks like Muller could not make the undercut work on Halberg, and Leon will definitely be trying to slow him down as much as possible. And I think so far he's been working, but as we see Muller just trying to go for the move there. But he just could not make it work, and looks like Gomez has pitted now for the second time. So that's what I was talking about earlier on, that Halberg and Gomez will be doing their pit stops around the same time. Just that Halberg has made that extra pit stop, and I'm not sure if he's really going to be making this work. As we got right now, Suarez versus Gibson now. And we see Suarez in with the overtake. And he goes up into P5. Got then Muller just getting closer and closer to Halberg here. Just have to keeping it honest. As you see him here, then just keeping it behind. Can he find a way past though? As we see him just having now more momentum, but he gets blocked by Halberg. Just positioning his car pretty well. And again, but now he's gonna get a penalty there. Is it gonna be, there he goes. It is enough for Muller then to get past Halberg. And now he's gonna be taking second. Gomez and LSA just 2 steps ahead, I would say. There's a strategy-wise, he was flawless. SCP and Halberg tried to do a free stopper, but he just didn't went their way. So here we go then. Gomez continues his win streak now with back-to-back wins, and he wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Then Muller will be taking second place today. First podium of the season. Halberg He'll be in third place once again, with Lewis then in P4, followed by Suarez, and it's Gibson, Kivimaki, Ribeiro could be finishing P8 as we see going to be so close to Ferrari, but Ferrari's managed to steal it by just 100 of a second. Then it's the two RRTs with Leon with 12, followed by Bulatov and Maxwell. Then it's Frederiksen, Garcia, followed by Grenier, Silvio, Novak, and then Godfrey looking to run up the grid. So yeah, so we got Ferenzi with the fastest lap. And so let's then have a look into the standings after these two rounds. So as you can see, it is Emerson Gomez then extending his gap in the championship. Now he's 15 points ahead of Sebastian Muller, now climbs up into second place, since Van Halbert, who finished both races in third place, stays in third. Then we see Patrick Kivimaki then falling into P4 after this P7 finish. Then we see Victor Lewis then climbing up into P5 after this P4 finish. And then we see Dave Gibson actually tied on points, but on the tiebreaker it is Victor Lewis a position higher due to having a better finish. As we then see here, we got Ivan Bulatov still up there now, down into P7, and Leon and Ferranzi tied on points as well. As we see then Leonardo Suarez gaining quite a few positions now, up into P10, as we see then the likes of Romain Grenier and Sara Garcia falling a few positions as well. And then in the constructors, it is LSA still leading the way, although FCR didn't manage to get one single point closer, as now they are back into a second place. Then we see SCP then now down in third with Nordic Thunder then in P4. Then we got Flow Force P5 with Russo British Racing now in P6, tied with Rapid Racing team. As we then see here, Lynx Racing having their best start to the season yet, with then Black Blizzard and VO then being in P9 and P10. So that's it for today's video. As for the next round, we're going to be traveling to Mexico to race at the Hermanos Rodriguez circuit. So we'll see you there. Until the next time, goodbye.